What's up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Inside the Box with CJT Creations. And today is a beautiful, special episode because it's the podcast birthday anniversary. We've been around for 1 year now, one whole year. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty awesome, don't you think? I think so. Um, Pretty much this episode, we're going to pretty much get into some of the podcast best, greatest moments, some fun moments, just talk about everything that's going on from the year and then get into a little bit of business going forward. What are we going to do for year number two? How are we going to improve and get better? That is the big question. Um, First and foremost, thank you everybody who've watched, listened. The podcast has been amazing ride. It's been, it's I've learned a lot for sure. Trying this new venture, just wanted to do a podcast, and it's turned out pretty good. It's a way it's been way that way. It's been more successful this past year than I thought it was going to be quite honest with you. People who've watched it and they see like what I'm talking about, or they hear what I'm talking about. They like the music recommendations. They just good vibes, good talks. It's been truly amazing what the reach has been for this podcast, and I'm truly blessed, and I want to keep going bigger and better for you guys. One really cool fact is that like we do have a little bit of an international presence on this podcast, which is pretty cool. Seeing my reach out in like different countries, which is just that doesn't even sound like sane to me, but like there's people like not in the United States that have listened to my podcast, has heard my voice, which is really freaking cool. Just shows you how much this world is, shrinking with the power of social media and the power of like getting your stuff on, streaming platforms. So really, really cool. Let's take it back to the first episode. So the first episode was on November 17th. It came out. What was going on in my life at that time? I think I was just wrapping up or about to finish up my first movie that I started working on, which was really cool. Definitely 2019 was was definitely a more fun time for sure. Pre-COVID or like right before COVID started becoming a thing. And, your boy was wilding, it was out all the time, drinking, partying. But it was a good time though. I was having a good time, making a little bit of money, what I'm saying, doing my thing and enjoying life and, new opportunities. And I wanted to do this podcast. I definitely wanted to, like, I had a voice. There's lots of things I want to talk about. I think I could be really creative on this platform. And definitely episode one, it was a little cringy. But going back and listening to it, it's like I like where I was at. I can definitely hear when I listen to previous episodes, just like the different parts of my life at least what I was going through during that time of my life. It was pretty cool. Just seeing, and it was just interesting. It's just really interesting going back to see like where I've been in a whole year, and you can really hear like I can hear it in myself, like what I've been going through and what's been going on with me. So actually, what we're going to do is we're going to play the first intro of the episode. Here we go. And play.
T, that is me. So pretty much this podcast is a brainchild of everything that goes on in my head and things that I kind of like I love and just things I kind of think about, and honestly just going to be me talking. All right, which if you see me in person or know me in person, I do that quite often.
Man, that's crazy. I can see and hear the growth that I've made in the year. Of course, I knew the first episode was going to be bad, and because it was my first time. Like it's kind of weird just talking to yourself or talking to I'm talking to you right now, like the listener. I'm talking to you like while you're listening in the car or at home or wherever you're doing right now. I'm talking to you, and I really just kind of want to have a good conversation. I kind of want to serenade your earlobes as you're listening to this currently right now. Mm. 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 But no, like it's definitely a process of me getting comfortable talking to a microphone, getting into a rhythm of cadence and sounding okay. And I'm still getting better at it. Definitely when you do more and more, you kind of get practice. You kind of get at least a rhythm to not sound as robotic or whatever. But yeah, it's been good. I've been enjoying these podcast platforms. I've enjoyed them so much that here at Creation Box, CJT Creation Box, we created another podcast, Hate to Pile On, which is a sports podcast on Twitch, twitch.tv/hate to pile on. Me and Jonathan, we break down mostly NFL right now, but we got into NBA draft stuff as well. Go ahead and follow that, and go follow the YouTube page as well, CJT Creation Box. We're trying to get the page up to 50 subscribers and 50 followers on the Twitch channel. So go ahead and do that. Tell a friend. Help us get there so we can do a giveaway. We've been doing that. We really want to do a cool cash giveaway. So go ahead and follow and tell your friends. But yeah, it's a lot that I've been learning and trying to take from each situation that I've been working on. The more you do it, I mean, it's really just practice, and practice makes perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. And I'm continuing to keep working. I'm only a year into doing this, so I'm not even close to being a professional, but I want to keep striving to get there. Like one day, Spotify is going to offer me a deal. I'm going to say this, I'm going to put this on record. Spotify, Apple Music are going to be bidding for me, bidding for this content that I have, this catalog that we own, because this is going to be the start of something special. And over the course of this past year, I've been really and truly realizing that I can build something special here. And it just starts with starting. And that was one of the scariest things when I first was, had the idea, the concept of a podcast. Like, starting is scary because you can fail. You can sound stupid. People will laugh at you. No one will listen. And, a lot of those were put to bed that people do listen. I've been getting a pretty good, core fan base of people who listen, who constantly, every time I put out new content, they listen, they watch, they support. And, I've seen, little growth, and it's amazing. Just any growth in general has been amazing. And one of the first ever concepts that we talked about on the show is consistency. Actually locking in, I want to say, locking in and consistency go hand in hand. And, when I finally locked in, when I finally understood that, hey, this is what I want to do. I want to build a brand. I want to have a network of creatives and a safe space for creatives to do stuff, to express themselves, and to just put out stuff freely without, caring. And I think that's what I've been doing. I'm trying to build myself up to release more stuff, to do more things, creatively wise, talk to more people, get inspiration for you, like just really dope content and content in general. And one of the biggest things that I hated was, like, before, like, I just didn't have enough content, but now it's trying to show a consistency. I've been doing Hate to Pile On at least once to 2 times a week, going live on Twitch, which is really cool. And then, lately I've been putting more content up on the Instagram pages, YouTube as well. The latest episodes are up there now. And now, we're working to get more video. As you can see, if you're watching this on YouTube right now, more video content of you see me doing the podcast, and it's going to grow and expand, but we're taking steps. And that's the biggest thing, is take that first step. If I want to give anybody advice, if doing whatever you want to do, whether it's make a podcast, to be a musician, rapper, singer, comedian, whatever, anything in art, anything in business, anything in life in general, take the first step and then get the ball rolling. And no matter if the first step is a stumble, you trip, but guess what? You're going to pick yourself back up, dust yourself off, and know, okay, that first step is a little wobbly. We got to keep it moving. And, now they kind of getting the ball rolling for myself and just really mentally understanding what I need to do and how I can get better and to make my product more, what's the word? Just make my product better. It's like, all right, I laid the foundation. Okay, this is what my foundation is what I'm working with. This is what I started with. But now let's shape it up. Let's clean it up a little bit. Let's sweep up the cobwebs and let's sweep up, little dirty parts that we messed up the first go around. Year 2, baby, we're going to keep going and keep moving and grooving. And I'm excited. I'm so excited because I want to keep reaching out to more people to talk and have these really good conversations because as we saw, episode 6 is the first episode that I had a guest on. We did a Kobe tribute. We did just talking about different things, locking in consistency, but when, it was good. Like I was kind of learning, okay, people were listening, but how can I improve? What was the next step to improve the podcast? And having Shelby on, Shelby Autry, she was the first ever guest on Inside the Box. That will go down in history. And, it was good. That was like the most popular episode because it was a little bit different. It was better. It was a conversation. People enjoy interviews. People love like that flow back and forth. And of course, as I get better as as an MC, as a podcaster, on the mic here, like I will be able to hold your attention better and, just to be better in general. But like, of course, understanding at this time and point, okay, maybe I get someone else to help me out. Let's talk and let's freshen things up. And it's good lessons. I've learned a lot of lessons on this road. It's been a crazy journey and just learning each bumps of the way. So one thing I do want to say is I just want to give a shout out to all the people who's been on the show. That's Shelby, we had Kim, Ian, Chloe, Jonathan, Tim, and the boy Joe. You guys were amazing. I appreciate you guys for being a part of season 1. And hopefully you guys will be back on season 2, season 3, and forward. We'll try to get you guys back on the show. But then also, I really want to get more people on here. I want to show more diversity, have bigger and better conversations, some really fun stuff, and just to really push the envelope, so to speak, and that's what I want to do. It really give you more look inside this box that we're building, and it's going to be amazing. So just kind of give a rundown some of the episodes that we had. I think we are at 25 right now. Let's see. First episode, we enter the mind of CJ Thompson, the person behind CJT Creation Box. He talks about the plans for the podcast, himself, locking in, and more. Look at these. These are great descriptions right here. Here we go. Episode 2. This week's episode, CJT has talks about consistency. He has a very interesting rant about this past week. Okay, so episode 2, I've been re-listening to some of my podcast episodes, and it's really funny. Like, first and foremost, most of the time I do hate my work, and I hate a lot of things that I do, just because it's just like I'm very critical of myself. But with enough time that passes, and I can reevaluate, I'm fucking hilarious, dude. I am so funny. And this story in episode 2, this is with one of my coworkers at one of my last jobs, and I was very like I was dumbfounded how like this situation happened. You got to check it out if you haven't listened to it. But I need to know what you guys think about EJs. That's the term that I use. But okay, so then going to episode 3 of Inside the Box, it was the Thanksgiving week, which I will do another Thanksgiving episode this year, talking about who I'm thankful for, what I'm thankful for. And of course, like last year, Thanksgiving week, I talked about this is so funny. I talked about like me experiencing Thanksgiving with my dad last year, and I could have went with my mom, and knowing my mom makes amazing food and that her side of the family, and just having a not so great experience with the food this Thanksgiving and just kind of giving a critique. But this Thanksgiving, I'm going back to my mom's house, but she said she's not going big this Thanksgiving. So we shall see. We will rate the food from Thanksgiving, and while we also talk about what I'm thankful for, of course. So we got to keep it balanced. I'm gonna be a harsh critic because I love Thanksgiving. I love that full fuzzy feeling, a little turkey, a little stuffing, a little cranberry. Well, actually, I never really ate cranberry sauce, but also this year, I plan on making the sandwich from Friends. If you watch Friends, you know about my sandwich. You ate my sandwich. Oh, I'm going to make it this year, and I'm super pumped for it. I'm going to kill it. I'm just going to kill it. Okay, so I'm just going to run down all the episodes, by the way, if you didn't realize that's what I was doing. Okay, so episode 4, Inside the Box, it says, this is the first episode of 2020. So this is a recap back on the first 3 episodes that I did. And it was also me talking about what I wanted to do. And it did. This is which is January 20th. So I definitely was going through some interesting, weird times during that period of time early this year, which is crazy. That was this year. Definitely cranked out a lot in this year from episode 4 to 25. So about 21 episodes, which is pretty good. Not to, Okay, so then episode 5 was the Kobe episode. That's after we found out Kobe's passing. Excuse me. RIP, man. That was definitely tragic. And can't believe that was also this year. One of the greatest people in the world. One of the greatest basketball players to ever play the game. Truly inspiring and very sad. I mean, like super fucking sad of his passing. As we talked about before, episode 6, we had the Valentine's Day special. I was talking about was my first guest was Shelby. That was a really good talk, and we talked about a lot of really deep things. We talked about love and what it means to love yourself, and it was a really good talk. I think a lot of people, really vibed with it and kind of got a lot out from that. So it was cool. Also, episode 7, we talked about Valentine's Day. And a little bit of the Oscar talk. This is a good episode as well. Episode 8, Shelby came back and we talked about trust. Do you trust yourself? Ooh, read this one. I have Shelby back on this week's episode. The thought of the day is trust. Do you trust yourself? We get into this and much more this week. Gotta love these descriptions. Gotta love them. Then, episode 9 was the debut of West Coast Kim, as she's now known as. This week, I bring on my best friend, Kim. We talk about movies and how we met. Ooh, how I met Kim. We had an epic story time this week and much more. Oh my God, these teases. Oh, that was episode 9. Episode 10, I'll talk about with my best friend, Jonathan. We dive into our backgrounds doing this, going to the same high school, Cane Bay High School. Shout out to the Bay. We We shared some laughs and some stories. This was one of the longest episodes. We recorded this episode. We recorded for like 3.5 hours. And it was so long I had to break it up into 2 separate episodes. So that was crazy. Then episode 11 was part 2 of the talk. And we was talking about being essential workers, the NFL draft, which this talk really sparked us doing Hate to Pile On, because that Zoom call, that meeting really kind of just got a lot of the juices flowing, and we kind of really started rallying and starting to get ideas going and pumping. And we started the show back in July. I think we started the show. Hate to Pile On. That was a good episode. That was a long talk. I did do a tease. Okay. So let's address this. Okay. I don't care. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna out myself. Fuck it. So this episode, I teased that back in high school, I used to have this crush on this person. And I was going to reveal it, but I never did. I never revealed the crush. And now that we're 1 year in, fuck it. Why not? So this person, actually, so I went to high school with this person. I went to high school with this person. I think we went to school, like high school, middle school, and I think intermediate school. And it was like a little crush. I think she was the first girl I crushed on when I first moved to South Carolina from Maryland. When I was in like 5th grade. I don't know what year it is, maybe 2000. I think I started high school in 2009, so probably like 2005. If that makes sense, we do the math. Because 2005, I was what, 20? No, not 20. Okay, math, CJ. We can do math. All right. It's 2020. I'm 25 now. So that's about 15 years ago. So I was about 10 years old. You're about 4th or 5th grade. So maybe around that time, maybe like 2006, maybe. I think I started school in Sangre Intermediate. Shout out Sangre Intermediate. And this girl name is Zoe. And she was like one of the first girls I've ever had a crush on in South Carolina, which is a fun fact. And so it was cool. And we went to school together, and it's cool. Yeah, there it is. That was the reveal. Not, anticlimactic, whatever. But I had to reveal it for you guys on the anniversary show here on Inside the Box with CJT Creations. Okay. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so then episode 12. So episode 12, we were kicking it. We had the debut of my girl, Chloe, one of my best friends, Chloe, and we gave something for your heart, your mind, and your spirit. Oh, Holy Spirit. It's Inside the Box with CJT Creations. Episode 12, and I titled it Soul Food, baby. Yeah. We gave you some soul food for this episode. It was some hard-hitting, some much-needed, words for your soul, for your spirit to just digest. So if you're in that mood right now, I'm going to need you to go to Spotify. If you listen to her already, great. If you listen to it on the YouTube channel, even better. If you listen to Apple Music, Google, I'm all over the place. Go ahead and find that episode, Inside the Box with CJT Creations, episode 12. Soul food, baby. Yeah. And this is a great talk. It was so great. It was a great talk. We needed this talk for the soul spirit. We put it on one of her boys with his music, who's on the playlist. Big thing for sure. We're going to stop and hold this right now. I need you guys to follow the playlist on Spotify, because all the music that I'm listening to during the specific week of the filming, music of the week, people, the guests listen to, we put it on the playlist so you can all check it out. And this playlist is the most well-rounded vibes, just a whole bop, straight bop. And you gotta listen to, you gotta enjoy it. It is amazing. It is on Spotify and it's free to listen to. It's called Songs of the Week with CJT Creations. I say it again, Songs of the Week with CJT Creations. It's on Spotify, has 76 songs. It's not on Apple Music. I'll work on fixing that. It is Songs of the Week with CJT Creations. Follow this playlist. 76 songs, 4 hours and 29 music. We got artists like John Tolliver, Young Thug, Lil Tecca, Young Thug, Trippie Redd, The Baby, Lil Nas X, Seal, Mario, J Holiday, Wale, Russ, Lil Uzi Vert. Come on, The Weeknd, Childish Gambino, Pop Smoke, Logic, The Fugees, Marvin Gaye, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Come on, Nipsey Hussle, Snow Allegra. Come on. And much, much more. What I need you to do, I need you to go follow this playlist and listen to it and tell me what you think, because I know you're going to love it. I listen to this like almost every day. I listen to this so much, and it's just really a perfect bop. And it's like, especially because it's just depending on what kind of mood it is, because you got some slappers. You know what I'm saying? You got some real slappers on here. And then you got some stuff, that's kind of like, all right, late night vibing, what I'm saying? If you with you and your babe, it got a little bit of everything, man. It got a little bit of everything. So go check out this playlist. Yeah, go check out that playlist, man. You'll love it. I know you will. I guarantee it. Okay, so back to the episodes, right? So episode 13, this was the Mother's Day episode, talking about what I did for Mother's Day, and I also talk about my love of Donald Glover, which does not need to be stated. One of the greatest artists of all time. He changed my year recently when he had a string of tweets on Twitter. Of course, that's where you tweet at, is on Twitter. He said that season 3 and 4 of Atlanta will be the greatest television. You'll see the only show that is topping, that can mess with Atlanta season 3 and 4, will be The Sopranos, which is like, whoa. I haven't watched The Sopranos. Yes, that's on the list. I gotta watch it. Of course, it's a classic. But I know I've heard the lineage. I heard how great it is, and I gotta watch it. And I'm so excited for season 3 and 4, which is supposed to come out in 2021, which is it just turned my year around. But not only did he reveal that these next 2 seasons of television that he's creating, directing, producing, writing, all that jazz, but he said that his next album, which after the last album, he said that was going to be his last album, but he's already said it's going to be more music. And that right there, my friends, is that changed my 2020. That right there changed my 2020 for the good. That's all I needed to hear. And I got enough juice to last me to 2022, baby. I got enough juice. Let's do it. Oh, man. Episode 14, we had my dog. Happy birthday. At the time of recording right now, it is Wednesday, November 18th. And shout out to Ian Zeff. His birthday, 23. He's growing up. We react to the Tenet movie trailer, which I still haven't seen, by the way, which is a shame on me. But I will watch it. And that was a really cool reaction. Good talk with Ian. And then, starting from episode 15, we kind of started a little series of talking about some stuff, some movies, some TV. And so on episode 15, you get to hear what I thought of, you get to hear my top 10 favorite TV series that's had an impact on me. That's the big thing, that's had an impact on me. Whether like it's the greatest or not, but this is what affected me growing up. Good list, I must say. Episode 16 was when we talked about, what did we do this one? I think this one was music. Yeah, we did 10 albums that they're like some of my favorite albums that I love to listen to that impacted me as well. And then episode 18 was me running down the 10 movies that made an impact. So, little trilogies, you know what I'm saying? Everyone loves a good trilogy. So, let's see. Okay, so then episode 19. This is where Jonathan comes back on the show. And so you can say he could, technically speaking, had the most episodes on the show because technically the one interview was 2-part episode. So it was 2 separate episodes. And this return was actually his 3rd. But I mean, it's semantics, you know. It depends who you're asking. This episode we talk about we pretty much just picked up where we left off. We were kind of talking about the draft and how we thought our teams did. Also, we talked about Hate to Pile On, which we already started by this point. This episode dropped in August, so it's really exciting, kind of get more press on the podcast on Twitch. Again, it's on twitch.tv/Hate to Pile On. And also on the YouTube channel, CJT Creation Box. Go ahead and get both of those pages to 50 subs and 50 followers so we can do a giveaway for you guys, you lovely, lovely people. So this was a good talk. Always a good talk with me and Jonathan get together. We are a bunch of goofballs. You can catch us every Tuesday and Thursday on Twitch. Then episode 20, my man Joe. We went to high school together. We used to call him JoJo. This man, well, we learned he was, did some skateboarding back in the day. He was like one of the kings of like the memes and got roasted on. He roasted other people. He was, thick in it. Now, making it as a graphic designer, giving some inspirational words, telling us about his superpower, which I thought was really amazing. He talked about how when he can listen to music, he listens in colors. So when he hears like maybe someone like The Baby or Snow Allegra, he sees the different colors with that music, which helps him design and create, which I thought that was like super cool. Cause like that's something I definitely can't do whatsoever, but I thought that was amazing. And, we talked about it. It was a great talk. This is kind of one of the first episodes that we had some more video content. So we're definitely pushing to get video content once we got to episode 20. Great talk. This is on the YouTube channel and on Spotify, Apple Music, all that. Then 21, we had my dog, Tim. Tim, we did an interview with him. He's one of my best friends, my boys, my brothers, really. Just talked about his life, his upbringing, his company or his brand Tag Film Media on IG. Go ahead and follow him as well. We talked about some movies, some snacks. It was a really good talk. Talking about how him getting married to having his first child, and different experiences going through like that, and his upbringing and stuff like that. It was a good talk. It was a really good talk to get to know Tim. Must watch for sure. That's also on the YouTube channel as well. We got the video content there. Episode 22, where we crowned Kimberly West Coast Kim officially, because by this time and point she had moved back to the West Coast. Great. This was a great talk about, and just catching back up, because before this point we haven't talked a lot since then, before this interview, and it was just great. It was good. My heart gets so full when I talk to Kim, and she's truly amazing, and I miss her so much. We will reconnect soon. 2021 is going to be our year. I promise you that. Every time we talk, we always talk about movies, and I learned something a little cheeky about her. I was definitely a little surprised, a little caught off guard of one of her favorite movies, and I was like, first and foremost, like Kim hates everything. Like she hates a lot of stuff. And I'm like, oh, you will love this movie, and she's like, it was okay, I guess. But finding out she loves zombie movies? What? Zombie movies? Kimberly? That was something I didn't expect to learn, and that was a good episode. That was a really good episode that came out in September. And then A little bit of a break. 2, 3, 4, yeah. So this is episode 25, the anniversary episode. So then we had 2 life updates because there's some crazy stuff happening. So life update 1, I broke the news that I got a new job in a new city where I am now, this is my new place. I'm still working on the studio office area, but yeah, we break down about getting a new job, which has been exciting. It was scary. Not even gonna lie to you. Like, it was definitely scary to like move on my own to a new city by myself. It's a lot of learning. I mean, it's a new adventure, and that's what I was looking forward to. A new adventure to get the opportunity to work in my field again. TV, movies, film, and this change has been amazing. It sparked a lot of growth for me, learning about myself, really. And it's been great. Then life update part 2, getting caught up with life. Life was catching up to me and trying to smack me. Smack me, bro. Freaking, yeah, my car died. My head gasket blew, was left on the side of the road. That was fun. But Tim was there with me. He helped me move in. Of course, Tim's always been there for my big move. So appreciative of him. So appreciative of this man. That was a crazy experience. And we filmed that episode the same night that all that craziness happened, and we made jokes. It was crazy. We were making jokes. We took a shot. Which, if you can see the famous video of me taking the shot and be like, oh, this tequila a little too strong. This tequila a little too strong. But we'll get the rocks tequila and then we'll redo this shot. We'll redo that shot for you guys. Give myself a little redemption. Because, man, I see, look. If you know me, okay? If you know me, which I want you all to know me, so let's get to know me a little bit. I'm not no scrub when it comes to drinking now, okay? I'm not saying I'm an alcoholic, you know what I'm saying? But I can handle a drink or two, you know what I'm saying? So that shot was not vindictive or indicative. Oh, I'm trying to use a big word and I'm failing right now. That did not represent me. I'm just gonna go with what I know. Go with your team though, guys. That wasn't who I am. I could knock back some drinks. Okay, I could have a good time. I haven't drank that much this year. 2021, I'm a social butterfly. I mean, once this thing gets cleared up and safe to go, hey, your boy got a lot of rage. Your boy had a lot of rage to get out. But yeah, I'm gonna redeem myself. For sure. Maybe we'll have a drinking episode. Maybe a drinking game, a live edition drinking games. And kind of really, if you mess with me, tell me if you want to see that. Let me know if you want to see that. Maybe some drinking games, some drinking, some games, some music, a little bit of A, a little bit of column B. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. So yeah, that was my crazy life update. I guess to give more of a life update, part 2.5, I guess. I'm doing well. I got my own spot, as we saw life part 2. So I'm kind of really getting comfortable. Finally, I've been settling in. I've been here for about a month now. Yeah, just a little bit over a month. Designing, getting everything together slowly but surely. Still haven't gotten a new car yet. Hopefully by the end of the year, I'm going to get one. Been saving up money, being diligently doing that. So we'll see what happens. Maybe around Thanksgiving, I can pull the trigger, which is a couple weeks away. Actually, next week. Freak. So yeah, new car should be on the way. I'm excited. Officially tomorrow, my Camry will be sold and gone and sold for parts. And my Camry will be no more. I've had my Camry for so long, since 2014. That's not right. Yeah, 2014. I think my mom gave me the keys to the Camry. And I've been riding that thing. I mean, originally I drove the Camry in high school. Like that Camry I've had since I was in high school. It was one of the first cars that I've driven when I got my license. I drove that car to get my license. I remember on Fridays, my mom would let me drive to school on Fridays, get a little guest parking spot, go stop at Hardee's on the way to Cane Bay. I remember I used to drive everybody. I remember I was like, yo, I'm gonna drive. Like it was cool. And then people who were like, yo, you drive like my dad. I'm like, is that a compliment or are you trying to insult me right now? But like people felt safe and I was a good driver. I still am a good driver. Some people say I'm slow, Shelby, but I'm not. I'm the safe driver. When I drive with other people in the car, I'm like Allstate, because you know you're going to be in good hands with me, you know what I'm saying? But when I'm by myself driving, okay, yeah, I'm reckless. But yeah. Man, yeah, there's been so many great moments this past year on Inside the Box. I've enjoyed every minute of it. Growing, finding ways to get better and to learn. It's been amazing. And I'm excited. Super excited to show you guys more. And episode 26, next episode after this one, will be huge. Will be the biggest episode because I am bringing on my mom. Yes, you heard it. Mama CJ is coming on the podcast. Huge. I've been planning this for a while because 26 is kind of her number. Episode 26 had to be for her. And we are going to do it big. Thanksgiving weekend, we're going to try to film it. If you guys have any questions you want to know, you want to ask her, you want to learn about me, whatever, let me know. We'll ask her. We'll do the damn thing. It's going to be, it'll be really interesting. It'll be really fun. And I'm super excited. I'm super excited for that episode. Then after that, we will do the Thanksgiving episode. Episode 27 will be the Thanksgiving episode. We'll review her cooking. So after we get all, I'm going to review that cooking. I'm going to be stern and I'm going to be strict about it. And then I will be thankful. And I'll tell you other people I'm thankful for this past year. And, I wonder who you guys are thankful as well. Who you guys are thankful for as well. Still got to get this tongue working, just a bunch of tongue twisters. But that's what I'm really excited for. I'm really excited for my mom to get on the podcast. She was like, when are you finally going to get me on? I'm like, well, whatever. We'll think about it. I'll think about it. But I think it'll be great. I think you guys get to see, you guys get to see we're pretty much the same people. And we're both pretty wild and crazy. But I think it'll be a good episode. I think we'll have some good chemistry. Hopefully she doesn't go wild and hopefully she doesn't go too wild. We'll see what happens. But yeah, man, what a year and what a great way to start off the second year with my mom, year 2. But thank you guys. Thank you guys who supported me throughout the first year. Thank you if you just came on the journey and you're going to be with us for the next year and years to come. The Creation Box brand is going to keep growing. I promise you that. A lot of great ideas. As I always say, I always have ideas cooking, and I'm just going to keep capitalizing and keep doing for you guys because I love it. I love when you guys see my work. I love when you guys react and tell me, what you guys think. I love when you guys laugh about, the different things that I do. And that's what I want to do. I just want to make you guys happy. I want to make you guys laugh. I want to elicit emotion. And we'll get more people. We'll get everyone back on, from Jonathan to Tim to Chloe to Ian to Shelby and to, of course, West Coast Kim. We'll get all of you back on the show. Valentine's Day episode part 2 this year. Who will be on it? I don't know. I'm excited. A lot of ideas. We'll keep cooking it up. And we'll do it. But thank you guys for watching this episode, or thank you guys for listening if you're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, Breaker, all of them, because your boy's kind of, we out here a little bit. But if you're watching me, if you're seeing this beautiful face, ding, thank you for watching, and go ahead and subscribe. Also subscribe to this podcast on Spotify as well. Go ahead and give it a like, download the episode, and give your boy a review, and help me out. Keep get this podcast bigger and bigger, and let's keep expanding this thing. And tell me people who you want to see, because I really 2021 / the end of 2020 goal, I want to get a musician. I want to get a comedian. Some cool people, some more artists. So hit me up if you want to come on the show and talk. I'm down for it. I'll give you a good interview. But that's all I got. That's all I got for you guys tonight. Thank you again. Thank you, gang. I'm so thankful and appreciative of all you guys. Have a great night. Have a great day. Whatever time you listen to this. I love you all. Peace out.